Welcome to the channel 5 Minutes of Value. Today we're going to be going over the investor relations page for basically any company. Going to do Amazon today because they released their earnings for quarter 3. So I think this is a really good beginner video, also intermediate. And if you're just trying to get started, this is very helpful. So let's do a quick step-by-step. Basically just went to Google Amazon investor relations page. So it's going to be the first link. And then as you can see, quarter 3, October 31st, their earnings conference call. So here you can click for the webcast. This is the earnings release, which basically is a little more advanced document where it breaks down the numbers. But it's really good to read through this because you can really get some good information, some movements that the company's making, their different segments of their business. Neon's plans to hire 250,000 people ahead of the holiday season. You really just get to dig deeper into the company, see what's really going on, and what's coming. And yeah, just kind of under the surface stuff. So let's go back here. So that's the earnings release. Sometimes they call those the 10K or the 8K. Basically, which is annual report. That is a little more detailed. You can go there, annual reports, proxies, shareholder letters, quarterly results. That's kind of what we're looking at right now. There's webcast slides. This is going to show more financial results as noted here. So kind of segments of business, North America, International, AWS, and then has simple financial graphs, up 11% for net sales, operating income. TTM is trailing 12-month period, so it's basically over the last 12 months. This is their operating income, and then this would go back to past 12 months before quarter 3 2023. Net income, segment results for North America, International, AWS. So this is what they go through on the webcast when they're doing the conference call. There is a conference call that companies do on a certain date, and this was the earnings date for Amazon. There's a lot of companies doing earnings. So there's something called the earnings season, which is a quarterly earnings call where companies release their earnings, especially public. It's only public companies because public companies are required to do this. Private companies like Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out, those are privately owned companies. They don't have to do this. I mean, they can, but they don't want to share their numbers. But as a public company on the New York Stock Exchange or any other exchange, you do have to present and report your earnings. But yeah, basically, this is just a bunch of financial numbers. Looks like shares aren't going up too much, so that's good. And then it shows a little more charts. But yeah, that's kind of looking at the webcast slides. It's better to listen to the webcast because you can maybe understand it a little bit better, and then you can listen in if they have any other topics that they talk about that may not be in the webcast slides. It should be in the annual report. But yeah, so this is a little more advanced. The webcast is a little more beginner, but I think it's a good way to get started on both to kind of understand what an earnings conference call is, what an annual report is, and to really understand the business. And I think to really understand a business, you want to start with the annual report, reading through it, to understand the multiple businesses they own. So like for Google, they own a company called Waymo, which is the driverless cars, and they probably have that information in their annual report. I haven't read their annual report, but that's something you can do. But yeah, this is 5 minutes of value. Just want to give you a couple stock picks before I go. A couple stock picks I'm looking at is Target and Nike. kind of going to look at those as a maybe short-term trade or possibly a long-term bag holder. But we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. 5 Minutes of Value is out. Peace.